I'd like to thank the Soft Conference Committee for the chance letting me come my very first Soft Conference. Tacoma, Washington rocks! Before I get started, let me answer the question I normally get asked. Am I Brandon Bosma or Brandon Bos? And the answer to that question is I am Brandon Bosma. I have my own Facebook page for just me and my friends so I can just still be a regular teenager. You understand what I mean? And I also I'm Brandon Bos, so I can accept Trisomy friend requests on Brandon Bos. And no, I don't have a split personality. Everyone in this room has a story to share. Today, I'd like to share my story with you. When I was born, there was good news and there was bad news. The good news is my parents had a brand new baby boy. I was 2 pounds and 12 ounces. The bad news is I had mosaic trisomy 18. We do not know how long your son may live. Over the years, there'd be more good news. I was getting cuter all the time. And more bad news. Your son is not meeting the normal milestones. He has ADD. He can't, he won't. Blah, blah, blah. Do these things affect me? Yes, especially ADD. Will I let that define who I am? Absolutely not. So how do these things affect me? Well, for one, I did things a little bit different. Instead of crawling, I did my famous log roll. I could get from one side of the room to the other side of the room in no time flat. I was so fast, I rolled down the stairs twice. My mom rushed me to the May Center, and she says, "Oh, Brandon has fallen down the stairs again." I'm sure they're thinking, sure he fell down the stairs again. Or you just pushed him down the stairs. So people ask me, what happened to you? Did you fall on your head? I can say yes, actually twice. I actually learned how to walk on my second birthday, so I'm happy about that. That all worked out. Because that would have been a little interesting if I had to do the famous log roll from everywhere. I think that would have gotten a bit old. I also had a lot of sensory issues, such as the nerve by my ear. Everybody was having a tough time giving me a haircut, so it was always a battle. And they'd always actually fight over me, because it's like, oh no, you do the haircut now. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry, I have to go see my doctor now. I have an appointment with my wife and everything like that. Well, it was a struggle for me, it was a struggle for them. Also, bath water, I had to use really cold water or be like electric shock. As well as my, you know, on the back of your shirt, that little part that had to be, usually the tag had to be cut off because it felt uncomfortable. My socks also had to be inside out or felt like a mosquito was attacking me. Also, I had problems with sounds such as balloons. Actually, it would have been really hard for me if I was really younger still to come into a room like this with all these balloons. And also for fireworks inside, it felt like my brain was going to always explode like a nuclear explosion. Luckily, most of these details have been resolved. Well, except for fireworks, I'm still working on that. Thank goodness there's no fireworks inside. I do team sports, and a lot of times I'd ask to join teams, and I wasn't that very good. Let's just say, be honestly, it was not the best of my abilities. And so I'd ask, can I join? And they'd say, no, unfortunately, we have too many people. The kid would ask after me, and they would say yes. I guess they didn't appreciate my skill set. Also, I invite kids to my birthday, and never once they'd come, but never once would they invite me back. Do you know how something like that would have meant to me? Well, on the other hand, it saved us a lot of money on birthday gifts.
Auntie Marlene.
Also, my mom one time, when I was growing up, like, for food, I had food issues, so it took me 1 hour to drink 10 mils of milk. And later on in life, my mom had to rush me always to the bathroom because there's certain food textures I couldn't have. So 50% of the time she managed to do that, so let's give her A+ for that. So that was different. People used to say things as, like, whispered behind my back and said words such as, "Hey, retard," or "You reject." I used to put a very smile on my face and pretend it didn't hurt. In fact, it felt my heart was about to burst. I got beat up more than once. I was kicked, spit up, and screaming, "Help me!" And no one came to help me. They're just laughing, thinking this was funny. How is this fun? So please, if you see someone different than you, don't judge them. Get to know them. You may find out you have a lot more in common than you realize. Write your own story, a story of victory. It took me learning is really hard for me. It took me 2 hours just to learn the first 2 lines of this speech. So yeah, that was really a challenge, so my mom had to help me work through that. Thank goodness she was there to help me, or I probably wouldn't be here speaking to all of you. And also my learner's permit took me 2 years. I could have given up, but I would have never got my learner's permit. And when I did get it, the whole place just cheered, and the manager congratulated me, and relatives cried. Sometimes the harder the journey, the sweeter the victory. So sometimes if there's too much information, like people talk too fast, or just too much learning, if you see me smiling and nodding my head, there are 2 possibilities. Number 1, I really like what you're saying. Or number 2, I don't have a clue what you're talking about. A few years ago, my mom showed me a video called "The World of a Trisomy Child." It showed because of the label "incompatible with life," many doctors refuse to give medical treatment to trisomy children for something as simple as oxygen. And they are just left to die in their parents' arms. Genetic discrimination is deadly. We all deserve a chance at life. What I saw broke my heart, and I wanted to do something about it. I was also motivated by watching Taylor Comes video. Good job, Taylor. I started my own Facebook page and website, and I've spoken a number of local and international events. Parents from around the world have contacted me, and I've been able to connect them with others. I've also been able to speak at a number of junior and senior high schools about the issue of bullying. It's been great being able to make a difference in other people's lives. Sometimes I would feel like I was in between 2 worlds, the regular world and the special needs world. And I didn't quite fit into either one. Now I think that my life is a bridge between the 2 worlds, and that was made for such a time as this. How do we rise above our destiny? I guess it depends on who is setting the destiny. There's a verse that I like that says, "You saw my unformed body. All the days ordained for me were written in your book, before one of them came to be." Psalm 139, verse 16. God wasn't surprised by me. He knew who I was and the challenges I might have to overcome. He even gave me my very own birthday. I was supposed to be born August 15th. But instead I was born July 7th, 1997. That means 7/7/97. In the Bible, the number 7 is God's number of perfection or completion. In the world's eyes, I might seem disabled, but in God's eyes, I'm perfect. Each of your children are a gift. I believe that each of them have made a huge difference, not only in your life, but in the countless lives they've touched as well. Thank you for believing in them, advocating for them, and loving them. If your child has never been able to tell you in words how much they love you, I would be honored to end this evening by speaking these words on their behalf. This letter was actually written by my second cousin, Christine, who used a few letters sent to us from different trisomy families who are very dear to us. And we also have lots of copies, actually, one for each family. Okay. Dear Mom and Dad, the day they told you, the day they said those words, an extra chromosome, is the day our world changed forever. This is the day you said move to the mountain. and graciously said no to the sentence they pronounced on my life. I knew you were special then, so very rare and so very precious to me. Feeling timid, weak, and frail and scared, we held on to each other for dear life. Somehow we bravely moved into this new world, although refugees running from a world that would not have me. I remember understanding I was different in a way that frightened you. I remember the expressions, the voices with hard edges and eyes cold, eyes pitying and faces quickly turning away. I remember you were so scared then, and I was scared for you. I wish then I could have given you this ordinary they were talking about, and this normal. I saw the emotion drain from your faces when their words stole your hopes and dreams. I wanted to hold you then. I wanted to tell you it would be okay. We will have our world. Okay. Oh, I remember them talking about quality of life. I've seen the butterflies floating amidst the flowers, while I struggle earthbound as a caterpillar, winning victories over these peculiar milestones. A bubble here is a boulder, a small puddle in ocean. Getting around it is often a week's journey. Yes, it's true, my body feels like it's fighting me every day. And that's what I see in those rooms that scared you. What is quality? I have special parents who sing love into me with their life every day. Mercy, I know, when your soothing, calm voices speak to me, and your gentle touch puts out the fires raging inside me. Courage and faith. I know when we return to those scare rooms with beeping machines and tubes running from me, I will look into your eyes and hear your heart say, "We got this." Perseverance I know firsthand as I watch you hold vigil over another endless night, sleepless night, or sheer joy as we reach milestones that only we can share. I'm so proud of you. Do you know how I wish I could tell you that every day as I watched you grow? In our world, time is not measured in days or weeks or years, but in the moments that linger with an eternal weight around them. Through the seasons we labor and we struggle as the birthing courage, hope, faith, mercy, honor, and perseverance, and joy, only to discover and rediscover them again and again. In that other world, people pass through these doors so quickly and hold on to the weight of those moments now gone, or they read about it to understand what it means. We live it. Mom, Dad, these are my flowers, treasures you used to build our home, to give me shade, to give me shelter in our world. Ordinary? No, it's complicated. When you hear a symphony, it's singing these words, it's our song. When you see a masterpiece, look at all the delicate shadings of light and see all our seasons, moments of hope, our hope shared. My parents are superheroes. They don't always know it, and it's tough to explain. Yes, it's complicated. I believe I'm special. I believe I'm precious. Because of you, you are given to me as a gift to me. Mom, Dad, with all my heart, I love you. But may we all rise above and beyond our destiny. God bless you.
Wow. You know, Brandon, I think that normal and ordinary are highly overrated. Excellent. What a wonderful, wow. That's all I can say. And while you're standing, go ahead and stand again, Gloria. I want to also introduce Brandon's mom, Gloria Bosma. Gloria, I know you are. You have every reason to be very proud of your son. He's an amazing, amazing young man. And we we are so grateful to have you come and share your story with us, Brandon, and really give us the perspective and just fill us up. It was just amazing. Thank you.